Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my first video, so I figured that we would start with a story time. So today's story is going to be about my literal nightmare of a roommate. It all starts in Savannah, Georgia, where I went to school. Now I went to art school and I met a bunch of really fun, colorful, interesting people. And those people you would like connect in an instant in a way that like doesn't exist in the real world. But my roommate was not one of those people. She was actually like really scary, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So I lived in an apartment which was advertised as student living, but like really anyone could live there. But upon hearing that I was going to get a roommate, I like assumed that it was gonna be somebody who went to my school or one of the local schools. Now, the name that she gave to me and our apartment complex was the most generic and made-up sounding name ever. It was so hard to like come up with an equivalent name to use for this story, but we're gonna call her Emily Smith. Now, on the first day that I met her, I was not living in that apartment over the summer. I had been working over break. So I had come back down to Savannah and was moving my stuff back in. Now I had just driven 5 hours. I'm very tired. I'm like very sweaty because if you've ever been in a Georgia summer, they're like the worst. Now I was bringing my stuff up to my room, which was pretty high up, and I opened the door and oh my God, it literally smelled like somebody had smoked like 2 whole packs in there. Like I was expecting to see some guy from the 1900s wearing like a velvet smoking jacket to come out and like say hello. But no, it was this woman who I don't think had ever even like heard of the concept of hygiene. Now I'm not being picky in this sense, I'm just like, I don't think she had ever like really just gotten in a shower and got that work done. I am just looking around in the apartment. Now my kitchen stuff had been left in there and I see it just like scattered around the kitchen, covered in different things. I see food out, it's just super nasty, and I'm like taking all of this in at once and I'm just like, what happened? Like it looked like our apartment got ransacked. And she's just like, what? Oh, I wasn't expecting you today. Were you expecting anyone to ever come in here ever? It was that bad. So I'm just trying to process all of this. My boyfriend at the time was living around the corner and I went back to him and I was like, oh my God, you need to see this. This is like bonkers. So he comes back with me to the apartment and he's like, oh my God, what is going on? What's happening? Like my same reaction. So we move all of my kitchen stuff to his apartment. It was nice kitchen stuff. I didn't want to waste it and I didn't want her to keep using it because she obviously wasn't taking care of it. I go back and I like go down to the office and I'm telling them, okay, you need to do something. Our whole apartment smells, like reeks of cigarette smoke. And they just kind of tell me, oh, sorry, we can't really do anything for you, which is awesome. I love that for us. I go back up to my apartment, confront my roommate about it because it's just totally unacceptable. All my stuff that I left over the summer smells like cigarette smoke, and I'm telling her, okay, you know, I know we just met, but like some ground rules here. You can't like smoke in the apartment. This isn't like the 20s. Sorry. And she tells me that she wasn't the one smoking. It was her boyfriend smoking before he came in and he just smelled like cigarette smoke. No. I let it go because whatever, we can conquer this, okay? And I just figure that if I stay out of her way, we both can kind of like cohabitate. I'm not asking to like her. I'm not even asking her to like me. I'm just thinking that maybe we can exist in the same apartment together. So I do that by basically just never going to my apartment except like to sleep late at night. So it was just like, it was really like hard for me because I love having my own space. I had really taken care of it, cleaned it all the time. I had it nicely decorated, but you know, it's college, baby. That's how life is. It's like winter time and I go home for winter break. Now art school, we take like super long winter breaks. It's like about a month, which is crazy, but it's a long time. And I come back and I'm going to my apartment just like I'm pumping myself up. I'm like, I gotta see what's going on. Like, I hope it's not like the last time I came in here. And I see a notice on the door and it's an eviction notice for Emily Smith. And I'm like, what's going on? So I look at it, and the eviction notice was basically posted right after I left. So it's been a month. She's definitely no longer there. All of her stuff is still in the apartment. So I'm like, did she just like run? Because like there's like a lasagna out and like random shit still out in the kitchen. And there's bugs everywhere. It smells super gross. I go to my room and there's gnats and bugs in there, and I'm like, what is this? This is so gross. Of course, you know, dumb me, I go back down to the office and I'm like, hey, like I saw that I don't have a roommate anymore, but all of her stuff is still there and it's attracting a lot of bugs. Can we get this cleaned up? They tell me that the bugs are probably coming from the shared space and it's gonna be my job to clean that up. What? Now, don't get me wrong, I like clean my stuff up, I clean it after myself, I was raised that way. I'm not the most organized person, but I'm not a dirty person. Like I don't leave food out and stuff. I'm like, no, I'm not cleaning up after her because it's disgusting. And I'm like freaking out that night, it's too much, classes are starting up again. I'm from a very difficult major, I'm a product design major, and it's like very intensive. And it's art school, but art school's like, that's a whole nother video later, but it's a lot harder than it sounds. I'm getting really stressed, and one night I meet with all my friends and we're just relaxing for the evening. And I tell them this whole situation that's going on, basically as I just told you. And one of my friends goes, have you tried just opening her door to see what's in there that's like attracting all these bugs? And that had never occurred to me. It never occurred to me that it wouldn't be locked. So we go into the apartment, we open the door. Oh my god. I'm going to try to attach, I have my old phone. It was pictures taken on my old phone. I'm gonna try to put those up now if I can still get them. But it was a disaster. There were bugs everywhere. There was like a garbage bag full of food and bugs crawling all over it and dirty, like weirdly stained clothes left out. And just like some personal items you wouldn't want your ex-roommate to see were out too. But as I'm like looking around taking this all in, I come to the realization that she wasn't the only person living there. She had her toddler there. And that was like not allowed in that apartment building. Like you were living there in your room. You weren't supposed to have anybody else in that room with you. It was student living accommodations, not like a regular apartment. So it was super weird, and I'm freaking out because now I see all of this. I'm taking photos, and the next day I go back down to the office and I show them and I'm like, if you do not clean this up, I am going to have to call the health inspector because it's unhabitable. Like it is so bad. They look at the pictures, they say, oh, we'll send somebody up to look at it. And whoever saw it must have just like had as many nightmares as I did for days, because thankfully it was cleaned up and the next roommate I got in that room was absolutely lovely. We never talked, but she was perfect. She was quiet, super clean, and had much better decorating taste than I did. So I hope you guys enjoyed my first story time video. I hope to upload some more of those and some vlogs to this channel. So if you like this video, please comment, like, subscribe maybe. That would be great. Have a great day and thank you for watching. Bye.